Hey, 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 Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching. And I'm here for your Monday video with faith, food, fitness, and freedom. So this week, I am excited to talk to you a little bit about 3 signs that your plan is probably actually working. 3 signs that your plan is probably actually working. So, for so many people, when it comes to weight loss and that's their biggest goal, right? Is to get the weight off, to get the weight down, to see the scale move in the right direction. And for some of us, that scale just doesn't budge the way we want it to, right? Well, one of the things I learned in my journey over the years of losing weight was if I would have completely relied on only the scale to tell me whether I was winning or losing, whether I was successful or I was failing, I would have quit a long time ago. Can anybody raise their hand and say amen? Because the truth of the matter is, most of us, that is the common tracking we're using and what we're doing in order to see if results are actually happening. You step on the scale, you have lost weight on Wednesday, on Saturday, you weigh yourself again, and the scale is now up 3 pounds. You weigh yourself again later in the day, and now we're up another pound. But the reality of it is the scale is going to fluctuate consistently. We get so caught up in that scale, then we don't understand how our body is actually reacting to the scale and what the scale is showing us. So for so many of us, I want you to think about, weighing in the morning is going to be your best time to weigh in because most of you have fasted all night long. You were not up in the middle of the night eating unless you're a night eater. And then you get up and you weigh yourself in the morning and your scale is up. You weigh after you eat, you weigh after a workout, you weigh after you've just drank a big old bottle of water, and then you're mad. Okay. You cannot 100% rely on the scale. And this is someone who is a weight loss coach telling you this. Okay. So let's talk about what are some of the signs or the 3 secret signs that what you're doing is actually working. So number 1, it all comes down to mindset. Is your mindset shifting? Are you thinking differently? Let's say, for example, hey, you know what? I messed up. I ate a bunch of cookies today and I just failed. I might as well quit. That would be the old way you would say, well, I've already ate them. Might as well just enjoy it. And I might as well just keep shoving stuff in, right? Or maybe you're like, hey, I let myself go a little too long without having a snack. Those cookies were available. I ate them, but I only had 3 instead of a package or a whole sleeve. You know what? The reality of it is that you're beginning to shift your mindset little by little by little. And this is something I had to do. So when clients come in and they say to me, I'm like, well, what were your wins? And they're like, I don't think I had any. And I'm like, okay, well, where did you struggle this week? And they're like, well, I cheated and I ate blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, so did you eat the whole package? And they're like, no. I'm like, were you able to control it? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, did you go back and eat them again later? And they're like, no. And I'm like, those are all wins, man. We have to shift the way we think. And when we shift the way we think, those little falls or pitfalls or whatever you want to call them, slips, you guys would call them cheats and failures. I don't call them that. I call it, sometimes we do slip a little bit. And that's okay. But you know what? The reality is we got right back on the wagon immediately, right on the next meal, and we know what we could do better next time. So that's the first thing is changing, even if the scale is not moving. Number 2 is that you have actually built foundational skills that are going to carry you through your busiest days. So let me think about this. Let me share this. So I got a busy day today. I had clients walking in. I had people walking in that wanted a gym membership. It's my snack time today. And you know what? Realistically, I take that time to run back. I have a snack. Today I didn't do it and I wanted to eat chocolate, but I didn't. You know what? On that day that is super busy, I chose, instead of just eating something, which I don't have chocolate in my desk right here. I just want you to know that. But the reality of it is I did end up stopping, let's say, and I went back in between those clients and told the girls, like, hey, I got to go eat my protein bar, because I know later I'm going to be starving, even though I really don't have time. I made the time in order to get something in that was going to be healthy. That's a mindset shift. I'm going to make the time to go and do what I need to do, even if it takes me 3 minutes to eat that protein bar versus going and just grabbing something I can eat right here. Okay. All right. Third one. Let me say this. That's how you know your habits are sticking. Because when you make those choices, even though it's a little harder, you're following through. And the third thing I want you to think about that your plan is actually working is your body is starting to send you healthy signals. Okay, healthy signals. So what does that actually look like? So let's say, for example, before I started eating cleaner and started eating healthier, you know what? I was sleeping like crap every single night. I was waking up in the middle of the night because I was eating sugar before bed, and I was having hot flashes, and that's actually went away. I'm sleeping better. That is a signal your body is working. How about another one? Instead of the energy in the morning after the coffee and then the crash mid-morning, and then I've got to have more caffeine, and then I have another crash mid-afternoon, then by the time I go home and sit down, I have literally no energy to do anything. I start noticing I don't need that mid-morning caffeine or that mid-morning sugar snack because I have a little more energy and it's a little more sustained. Or maybe mid-afternoon, you really wanted to go home and literally take a nap, or some of you do. You go home and take a nap and you get back up and you get going again, and you realize I'm not needing to nap as often. Or third, let's think about some of those aches and pains. We start cutting out the sugar, and some of that arthritis and joint and swelling pain begins to subside, right? And you start feeling a little bit better, and you don't feel like you're 80 when you step, no offense, 80-year-olds, if you're 80 and watching this, but you don't feel 80 when you get out of the chair and you have to get going for the day or to walk to the bathroom or whatever you're doing. These are wins, you guys. This is the thing. I have learned a long time ago that I have to pay attention to those wins, because I knew me that if I would have only focused on the scale, what was going to happen, as I said in the beginning of the video, is I was going to quit. I was going to quit because I seen such fluctuation at times that I would just bounce between 5 to 8 pounds up and down, up and down. I'd hit a plateau and I was like, I am just so over this. This is too much work. It's more work than what it's worth. And I'm going to ask you today, really, do you want to go back to what you came from? And some of you might say yes, because you haven't figured out all the little things that are adding up that are making you feel better. So what I want you to think about is, if you feel like your plan is not working, but you have not taken the time to look at what is better, what feels better, how my clothes fit, am I getting out of the chair easier, am I sleeping better, are my cravings better, am I less bloated, all those kinds of things that I'm going to tell you, you're winning. You're winning, and you need to keep moving in the right direction. And as I tell my clients, and I used to tell myself, I would say, Angie, you do the right thing because it's the right thing, because it's the right thing, because it's the right thing, and it will show up in all these other areas. And the weight did eventually come off. It didn't happen overnight, but it did come off. So I hope this encourages somebody today. I would love you to share this, like this, comment on this, but I hope this helps you to realize the scale is not the only indicator of you getting healthier, fitter, and better. Okay. I know most of us just want to get skinnier. Okay. I can say that I fell into that game when I was younger, that I just wanted to be skinny. But I realized at some point, it wasn't just about being skinny or the scale being a very low number, but it was about getting fitter, getting healthier, and feeling better. Okay. So I hope this encourages you guys today. I know that obviously most of us are trying to do the right thing. We know some basics. And if you're not doing the basics, then here's your sign. Do the basics. Get started. Drink water. Move a little bit more than you have previously. Make sure that you're eating more clean, whole foods. Get rid of the afternoon crap snacks and do something that's like an apple and peanut butter, or some Greek yogurt with berries, or string cheese with veggies, like baby carrots and sliced cucumbers. Do some things that are going to help you, and quit looking at just today in this moment and look at the big, big picture. Look at the window to your future and what that's going to look like. All right, guys. Well, that's what I got for you. I hope that blesses you today. Keep at it. Keep going after it. Do not give up. Don't give up. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.